Hello, hello, hello. Let's play again some Warhammer roleplayer. Last time we did what? Oh yes, this. Oh god. Okay, we will try. Why not? I will try it. And I'm already almost dead. This is a funny thing because it's funny because this is a act 1 mission. That's why it's fun. Oh, I placed it here. Oh god, so. Why? The last time, before we get into this bullish, we did a favor for our companion, J.L. Kodak. She's actually a raider for the Imperium. We have to speak with her, and we have to speak with our navigator Orsalio about her future in our retinue. Maybe this will be all. And with this is the funny thing, because to win this battle, I have to destroy them 3 ships in every single round, which I am totally unable to do, even with those guns. Almost every single shot, because they have those stupid stuff. They're hiding. But I got a reason. Why do I even have sounds? How am I supposed to do this? Just look at those. Move away. Then I will be able to shoot everybody. Okay. Let's go up. Yes, this is not okay. Shoot master. Fourth. I should destroy. Okay. Because they will try. Yeah. Another 3. This is round 5. This is only round 5. Number of remaining rounds. Of course critical hit. Atlas? What are you doing? Just will be reduced, but maybe. Yes. Okay, pretty much. Anyone back? You can fly out and you can die. Yeah, I'm gonna be dead. Because my goddamn these two could actually try to hit them. Three rounds remaining.
We need to turn the tide.
You are able to hit one guy who's sitting like in front of you. It's 5 rounds. Holy crap. He's unable to shoot anybody. Except for me.
We are vulnerable, but not weak.
He's still sitting there. Holy crap. He's still trying to hit me. least I destroyed 2 of them. Maybe. Just maybe. I will be lucky enough to survive this. This is just maybe. If they could hit him one more time. Nope. I'm dead. Okay. So let's load the game from somewhere else. This is after the fight on Web 6. Prison planetoid. Prison planet. That was captured by...
Let's seize the opportunity.
The Dark Elves of the Wh40k universe. Okay, punishment of thinkers. Chemical style 2. Other substances contain remarkable powers. Magi, alchemy. I don't need this. Maybe what? I have a lot to sell, so maybe we should. Yeah, I won't go there. No effing way. Let's go back to Bridge and speak with Heldari girl, with Jay, because I believe she had shop. Or she can do something like this. You're getting very close to death in this chapter. Janris puts a hand on his chest, right where the gruesome wound used to be. The surgeons spent hours fighting for my life, and I have to say, they are earning their keep. They promised to leave a heroic-looking scar, although, admittedly, I much prefer Carl Hollis's from Unfounded Bill. Have you ever heard the name of Fairy Reckoning? From what I can tell, it is a void ship of some sort. There was mention of it in one of Theodora's documentaries found. Janris thinks for a moment, pursing his lips in concentration. I'm afraid it is not immediately familiar to me, your lordship. Please allow me a moment. He starts rapidly tapping on the screen of his data slate. I say, how is von Valensis did indeed sign a contract with the owners of the vessel with the designation Fairy Reckoning. There are transactions records of the ship picking up cargo from Kiavagawa. Oh, this is odd. The data log ends here. Apparently, the ship had some interactions with one of the workshops on your industrial world. I beg your pardon, your lordship, but that is the extent of the assistance I can provide you in regard to this particular matter. To serve the Valensis, what was working with Theodora, wish to know about Crew members, plunder. Buy out plunder. Contact the curiosity merchant from Dargonis Pass. Oh! Replace the painting. I was proposed for my retinue with skilled fighters. Cyber Beast needs new equipment. Oh. And there is nothing for me because I don't have 70 profit factor. I have only 29. Familiar maintenance station upgrade kit. This upgrade kit permanently improves the Rogue Trader's familiar maintenance station. When applied to any of them, both are improved. Oh, okay. Where is Mrs. Hidari? Hello, Jerry. Right in front of me.
Shireen, light of my eyes, giver of boons and savior of the needy. From now on, two sons will grace the firmament of the Font Valancius Protectorate. One bright and powerful, like the Rogue Trader himself, and the other slightly more humble, like his unassuming partner, the diligent owner of the Mercatum Tabula Officiale, and all around delight, Jai Hidari. As I promised before, my crew will be your eyes and ears across the entire expanse, Shireen. Just give them time. And of course, the assistant to official trade representative Jai Hidari is already rushing to Dargonis to deliver goods of rare and exquisite quality to you and your people, O master of many worlds. And once again, thank you, Shireen, from the bottom of my humble heart.
It is what friends are for.
A rogue trader cannot have friends, Shireen. Only servants for whom the word of their master is supreme law, and partners to whom the favor of the warrant bearer is the highest reward for their mutual efforts. Why are you looking at me like that? How many friends does the soul that shines down upon Holy Terra have? You are welcome to call our relations whatever you like, Shireen. After all, words mean little. But you have taken good care of me, and so I would like to take good care of you, and go slightly beyond the strict terms of our agreement. Here, I brought a small gift as a token of gratitude, and may the Exalted One keep watching over the paths that you tread.
Tell me about the dark side.
The dark side is the real Coronis Expanse, if you ask me. But what do you want to know about it, Shireen?
Probably do things in football.
Dynastiers drink with criminals. Rogue traders strike deals with the Casbalica, and dozens of ships stop off for a welcome break from a long voyage. Is there a more beautiful place in the entire Imperium? The Emperor is merciful to the meek and the powerful alike. There's a job for everyone as long as they have a head on their shoulders. And if you feel like talking to him in person, the statue of the Exalted One can be seen from any asteroid. You can pray to your heart's content. An ancient crime cartel that originated with the first settlers of the Calixis sector. It is run by shadowy clans with robber barons at the helm. Cross their path, and you risk making enemies all over the Coronis Expanse, or even the entire Imperium. As for the agents, they are just shameless, greedy scum. Every third person on footfall is a Casbalican, but that doesn't mean all that rotten filth is acting together. I've been set up more than once just so some Casbalican can get one over on his rivals. And yet, the Casbalica is generous to its customers, if you can afford it. Anything can be obtained, organized, and transported for the right price. The customer is always right, unless they happen to be a rat. In which case...
Let's see the scum, rotten filth, rat. It is almost as if Jay's must be briefly slipped, and she started using words that have no place in the vocabulary of someone from the office, rat of the Imperium. Are you one of the Catholics with the parents?
What gave you such an outrageous idea? Was it my immaculate garment? My gorgeous jewelry? Do not worry, Shireen. I will let you know once I become a baroness, should the Exalted One will it. Just imagine the strong and fruitful alliance that could be forged between a rogue trader and the mastermind of the Kasbalika. It's not hard to do on footfall. I spent a year working for good old Christo. He was a brave soldier who gave up the ghost in a scuffle with orcs, and then took over his business. Having a good head on your shoulders and keeping the Exalted One in your heart helps to establish new contacts quickly. Eventually, I gathered together a group of honest and loyal people, and it only took a few successful contracts for the Kasbalika to take notice. I quickly settled on footfall and started dispensing my wisdom to my protégés and subordinates. I lost the taste for getting my hands dirty. It really is simple, Shireen. The Kasbalika runs the Imperium's black market, offering special goods to those who can afford their services. Yes, I am talking about Xeno artifacts too. Alien weapons, technology, sometimes even certain kinds of living creatures. Unlike the rogue traders whose sacred warrants make them immune even from the laws of the Exalted One, Kasbalikan agents are used to hiding and covering their tracks. Nobody wants to draw unwanted attention, no matter who might take an interest. Especially now that the Coronis Expanse has a warrior of the Golden Throne as its watchman. Why not? The decision is yours, Shireen. It is difficult not to be aware of the powers that be, especially ones like Lord Captain Theodora. But we never met personally, as the difference between our positions was far too great. Theodora was a mighty ruler, the center of her own universe, and I, a pathetic speck, was nothing next to her. But you were kind to me, Shireen, and in my eyes, that puts you above your esteemed aunt, or whoever she was to you.
Tell me about business, about your business in the Province Expanse.
My trade means knowing the right people and non-people. Having the right connections and making sure the precious goods find their way into the hands of my no less precious customers. My wisdom includes the knowledge of the enemies of humankind, be they Xenos or the lowest scum in the Imperium, as well as the latest knowledge about how much they charge for any particular curio at the footfall market. Not even the most cunning Aji will deceive you as long as I am with you, Shireen. I promise you that. Whatever I have can be yours too, if your unfathomable wealth isn't enough for you already, I mean. You're fun to talk. I grew tired of scribing endless contracts and agreements neatly tucked away on footfall. Well, I did that for how many years? But here, among the stars, you are always balanced on a knife edge. Nothing thrills me more than the tension of a warp jump, or the danger that lurks around every corner on a planet. Footfall was beginning to make me fat and stupid, Shireen. I do not want that.
Jay speaks measuredly, with just the right amount of laziness in her voice, but her performance cannot conceal the slight tremble in her voice. Whatever Jay is afraid of, that is what drove her off football. What about your gang that stayed back on football? Do you trust them?
Do I trust the Trickster twins? By the Exalted One, no. The underhanded rogues of footfall came up with that name for a reason. The tricks of those frenzied ashmags are all about things far more intriguing than the honest and law-abiding subjects of the Imperium can imagine.
The mention of her fellow cult traders makes Jay's eyes shine a bit brighter than usual.
On the other hand, this is why I am keeping them close. Kor and Tora know who lifted them out of the cesspit proudly called the Shadow Quarters, and who has been feeding that ravenous beast their insatiable lust for lucre. No, they are not going to betray me if only because they know I am now a part of your entourage, Shireen. They're not going to let the biggest pie in the Imperium pass them by without trying to get a slice for themselves.
I'm really not rich.
Compared to the rabble on footfall, perhaps. Compared to you, Be it power or money, I still have a long way to go. I could purchase one of Footfall's asteroids, but not a planet. I could subjugate a few gangs from the shady districts, but not Vladium. And so the answer to your question is no. I do not consider myself rich. I am not rich enough.
Yeah. So I read his name wrong entire time because I read it like Vladi and Vladium. I don't want to. I don't know. It's Vladi for me.
Thank you, Shireen. Being able to read and write is chief among them. You may not be aware, but this science is beyond the abilities of billions of the Imperium subjects. And yet they happily keep drudging along in their factories, fundi, and assembly lines. Me? I didn't escape Ifrit to consign myself to such misery. It was literacy that paved my path to copied orders, forged signatures, counterfeited papers. The wonderful things that make the wheels of bureaucracy turn in the right direction. It has been known to happen. After years of dealing with Xenos, I've learned their customs and even got a grasp of their language. Except they cringe whenever I start speaking. Arrogant sods. They dislike even our voices, but they never turn away our valuables. Then again, I'm used to seeing sour faces. In this trade, the easily offended go out of business. I have no doubt you will have to deal with Xenos sooner or later. When that time comes, Shireen, you will thank the Exalted One for sending me to stand at your side. Vicious, cruel, dangerous beasts. Humans hold little interest for Xenos. We are entertainment for them, a means to keep boredom at bay. A commodity. But some of them contact us once in a while using their own people. Do not deceive yourself by thinking you are safe because there are no Xenos inside. Those Agi are as cunning as they are ruthless. They cleverly pull at the strings of spies and traitors, subjugate those who do not fall for the promised reward, transform the ones who resist their promises into soulless puppets. The Emperor watches over me, and that is why I still haven't succumbed to the fate of many of my associates who have lost their lives to the stringy scoundrels. I think we've said all there is to say on this topic.
There's about people who passed it, but I feel not all of the stories are true.
Argenta?
Argenta.
What could be more beautiful than the sight of a sister of battle, whose mere presence casts light in the dark corners of lost souls such as mine? But alas, what remains of my sanity is telling me that poor Jai can only admire the radiance of this angel, forsaking any hope of ever touching her wings.
She's not Jay, she's Jai. Okay.
The language on Ifrit, my home world, is quite different from the one spoken in the Coronis Expanse. We bestow more than one meaning upon each word, allowing our wise men to fully express their sagacious thoughts, and us lowly dabblers, our base passions and desires. Take Agi, for example. That is what I call every piece of scum and villain, because Agi means evil and foe and pathetic worm unworthy of consideration. Or take Ashmag. It means fool and little brother and blind man who stumbled and would fall into a pit without guidance. Shireen means friend and comrade and roommate in a battle formation, like we are. No truer words have ever been said. I'm far more exciting than some small-time peddlers from Footfall. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Jai Amira Fatqin Tamiri Ash Ifrit, the 12th daughter of the Lord of Ifrit, a distant world at the fringes of the Imperium. The youngest child is destined to become a bargaining chip in the family's political games. But I was unwilling to accept such a fate, and wanted to choose what to become and which path to follow. When I learned the Exalted One watches over hundreds of other worlds amidst distant stars, I understood